Hi, Savan, Alec, and Abdullah. I thought that this would be the appropriate way to provide feedback given that there was such a virtual communication throughout the entire project. And because everybody left and there wasn't time to really give feedback after the presentations were done. I want to tell you that I think you guys came up with a great idea. And I recognize that it was difficult to figure out exactly what you were going to do and how you were going to do it. But once you finally figured out what it is that you were going to try to capture, I think that you really got into what it was. And frankly, the application that you guys came up with is a super application, especially given that we have a large number of commuter students, and bringing them together to create a sense of community is a great idea. So, so the idea was super. I think what my best uh, part of the presentation was really when you started to show the actual design of the screens that you had for the uh, different functions that you were going to do, because you had quite a few functions, and as Mr. Chapman said, it was a bit ambitious given that this was our first attempt. So one of the things you might want to just consider for the future is identifying how do you create a scope that you can actually finish something within. And I think the first thing is, I will fully admit there was a lot of confusion as to what it is you have to do. And I didn't really expect people to do an app development. Some people did, but just being able to go through the process of what you did, putting it together and utilizing the skills of HTML, that was perfect for just demonstrating how that might work. And then showing what it might look like on the mobile device, that was absolutely perfect. So you had some really great ideas, and what you put together, A, through the website, and B, through the screen designs, is exactly what I was looking for. One of the things you guys did fall a bit short on was just keeping your website up to date with what you were putting together. Like the detailed design, as you fully admitted, didn't get fully completed. And I think that would have helped. And I think that as you got further behind, it just seemed like a bigger and bigger project that you hated to do because you didn't know how to move forward. If you would have come to me earlier, because in the end, what you put together with the website was exactly what I needed. It provided the functionality, and it did some understanding as to how a user might actually experience the app. It wasn't in a mobile app format, but it was in a web format, and that would have done it. So, what are our takeaways from it? First of all, I was happy to see you guys figured out how to finally get together. As you saw, communication was a problem for everybody because of virtual teams. Um, Once I think you guys got rolling, you really knew what to do. I think your thought about roles and responsibilities, who's doing what, and then keeping up with everybody, very difficult to do. I agree. Because you don't have any leverage of a paycheck on anybody. So you're not sure, if you're not seeing each other on a regular basis, whether anybody's actually doing anything on the work, on the project. And the fact that this project didn't meet on a regular basis made it even more difficult because it's easier to put it to the very end. So clearly, you accomplished a lot. I believe what I saw from the presentation and what I kind of expect to see in the website a bit more is that you understood the IT life cycle from the project conception to actually implementing. I believe that you understood project management and the difficulty in getting people to do what they need to do and roles and responsibilities. Communication, I think that became very apparent how important it is to communicate. And I hope that you will be able to take the process of what you went through on this project and be able to really apply it for future things. So the project, I would say, is a solid B project, simply because you guys didn't put all the documentation that I needed down there. What you came up with in the end was excellent in terms of the website, but I needed that documentation because in a system design process, you would have needed that. Also, I need that final reflection to be able to make sure that you do get the grade that you get. But I hope this makes sense, and please comment back to me as I do really care about your thoughts and the process you went through. Thanks so much. You made me very proud.